we are absolutely thrilled to welcome in a guy who's going to be a key piece in what will hopefully be a successful summer for the U.S. We welcome in now Antonee Robinson. Hello, Antonee. How are you?
Hi, thanks for the intro. I'm doing good. How are you guys?
We are fantastic. Better having you on the show. Talk to us about the vibes at camp right now. How's the team feeling ahead of tomorrow?
Really good, to be honest. Obviously, everyone was getting in at different times, so some of the guys have done more training than other guys, but we're pretty much all up to the same speed now, and we're just, excited to finally get the games under our belt and start the tournament.
Jedi, any new magic tricks for this camp?
Yeah, actually, funnily enough. Don't know how I'm doing, but actually seen a few I liked, so I've been practicing them in my room.
Wait, hold up. You practice your magic? You, like, with somebody YouTube?
Yeah, if I see a video I like and I think I can learn the trick, I'll just do it. So I've got a deck of cards with me, and not right now. I just won't be doing that this morning, but.
That's pretty sick. Antonee, I'm curious, what's the expectation level of this group? Because it seems like you've really grown together from, World Cup qualifying to, getting through a World Cup, getting into the knockout rounds, getting through the past Nations League, making it look easy. Now you have Copa America, 18 players from the World Cup team. What are the expectations? Because it seems like, Uruguay is only the real tough test in the group. But now you're playing friendlies against Colombia and Brazil. That's who you would see in the knockout round. How is the group feeling about the expectations and the pressure?
Yeah, we're under a lot of pressure. We know it's time to perform now. These two friendlies are going to be a real interesting test against very good opponents who, like you said, we're going to probably face one of these if we manage to get through the group. But these games, it will obviously be a platform to try and get a good result against top teams, building confidence, show that we can share the pitch with these guys, and then as soon as we get to Copa and it's group stages, results matter. So we'll be doing everything on the pitch to fight for the points and make sure that we get through so that we can hopefully go on and win the thing.
Antonee, going now back to Fulham now, or coming off a great season, a career season for yourself. Most interceptions across all top 5 leagues in Europe, 6 assists. What do you contribute that to your success this season? Why?
I just think, growing in confidence. Me personally, I didn't feel like I had the best start to the season. I remember going through a rough patch where I was, it just wasn't quite falling for me. And then the manager speaking to me and saying, like, look, just get back to, doing the things you do well correctly, doing the basics right. I remember going into the international break with the States where we played Trinidad and scoring 2 goals. And after coming back from that, I feel like it really set my season off, and I've been pretty consistent through the rest of the season. So, sometimes it takes little moments like that to regroup and get your confidence back. And thankfully I did. And yeah, I feel like I've had a pretty positive season this year.
If any, how influential was the manager Marco Silva in your success this season? Also, he was a fullback in his playing days. Would you contribute that to him? Would you give any contribution to him this season?
Massively for me, yeah. I mean, he's a manager who's really focused on details and focused on trying to how he interacts with the players, how he gets the best out of all of us, and he's been really, really good with me. He knows, he knows me well enough now after the years we've spent together. So when something's not going right, he can pretty easily identify what I need to do to fix it. And like I said, he's very detail orientated, so he's helped me develop massively, and he always instills a lot of confidence in me, which I try and repay him by giving my all whenever I'm on the pitch for him.
No, Andy, honestly, you've had a fantastic season. Someone on this desk said that he's a big fan of yours and feels that you could be as influential for the US national team as Trent Alexander-Arnold at Liverpool right now, and someone on this desk is going to stick to saying that and believes in that.
Like yourself?
Myself, yes. I said it about you, mate. I've got faith in you, and I feel you're going to be as influential as Trent. Go on. What do you want to say to him now?
Yeah, no. I heard you the other day.
Oh, you did?
Antonee, talk to me about the matchup and getting prepared for who you're going to face on the wing. How far ahead are you looking up at that matchup, the characteristics of the players? For example, in Colombia, possibly John Arias on the wing. How is the team helping you scout and prepare for those matchups?
Yeah, that'll all be coming today. So through the week, we've obviously been, kind of training how we're going to play, our shape, in the attack, in the defence, doing set pieces, things like that. And then I think today as of usual with, match day -1, it'll be the bit more, specific player orientated. We'll go through what we expect the lineup to be. And, players in each position will get given a lot of scouting information on who we could potentially be facing and how they're going to set up. So today is a lot of the details and less of the running.
Antonee, we've been going back and forth about different players, given that Serginho Dest is out, and we've seen what he could do for you guys in terms of what he offers on the ball, off the ball. Have you guys flirted with different formations at all tactically?
Yeah, we've obviously, you've got to be prepared for any sort of scenario. When plan A doesn't work, you got to have plan B, plan C ready. So, yeah, we've been tinkering with, different players in different positions and training different formations and things like that. So, just so we're familiar with the options that we're going to have and that we make sure we're ready for any challenge we're going to face.
I really hope to see a back three. I'm just floating that out there, because I can see you being higher up the pitch, maybe in that left wing back spot, but
okay, Charlie Berhold.
I know.
Antonee, I'm really proud of how far you've come with the U.S. men's national team, given you're a supreme athletic phenomenon on that left side. But what I've seen from you over the course couple of seasons is your delivery and the different variety of services that you have on the left side. Comfortable on the ball, not panicking. When you look at how far you've come as a player, both at the club level and internationally, are you surprised at how far you've come? Are you proud of how far you've come? Or how much far do you think you can go?
There's elements of all of that. I mean, if I look back to different points in my career of where I was playing, would I have thought that it'd be possible to be where I am now? Probably not. Like, even though I've always had quite a lot of self-confidence and belief in my my work rate, my ability. There's been times where I didn't know what my ceiling was, but over the years with the national team, with club football, I've obviously had ups and downs, but the trajectory I've been on has been positive pretty much the whole time, and I've been growing and growing as a player. I've had some amazing experiences at club level, some even better ones at international level. So it's been amazing. And as for how far I can go, I just want to keep trying to go in that positive trend and keep developing as a player. And I'd like to think I've got a lot more in me. There's aspects of my game I work on every day that I'm trying to develop and get better at. So if I do keep improving, then hopefully there's not really a ceiling on where I can go.
All right, Antonee, before we let you go, I want to ask you a question. I'm going to take it off the pitch. You recently welcomed a second baby, a baby girl, and I feel like there's been this influx of U.S. men's national team babies. Tyler Adams recently became a father. So I want to know what the dad chats are like and how your conversations have changed. Since now you're a father of two, you've got all these new dads on the team. Like, do you find yourself, talking about bedtimes and what foods they're eating and that kind of thing?
Yeah, definitely. It's changed a lot from what time are we getting on Call of Duty to what time are you putting the kids to bed. It's becoming a real theme now. Everyone's growing up, everyone's having kids, and seeing a lot of the boys where I've come from 2018 when I made my debut all the way to now. Players like Tyler, like you said, who I've been playing with for years now. And now, even though we're still quite young, like mid-20s, we're all still having children and maturing in the game. So we've all come a long way, but I still think there is a long way for this group to go. And but yeah, back to the point about parenthood. It's amazing. You can see that everyone in the camp is a proud dad. Unfortunately, my family aren't going to be able to come out for this trip, so I'm just going to have to make it as worthwhile as it'll be the time away from them and make them proud for when I come home. Lots
of FaceTiming, I imagine, in your future. Yeah. Well, Antonee, we really appreciate you taking the time to join us. Best of luck tomorrow, and certainly as you guys gear up for Copa America. We can't wait to watch.